Welcome to another Knowing NAIFA. Mark Rogers here. It's been a while since I've gone out, but we've got big news going on here in the country. It is going to impact retirees. And let's go over a little bit about what NAIFA is bringing out here in the recent news. The summer is going to be interesting as we move forward here, so let's take a peek at what's going on here. Over on NAIFA's website, we see the final fiduciary rule heads to court. May 15th is when this is being posted. On April 23rd, the Department of Labor finalized this new fiduciary rule and its accompanying amendments to prohibit transaction exemptions. Those are the PTEs. The new rules would take effect September 23rd. But they've already triggered the first of what likely to be multiple court challenges to them. These court decisions could impact the effective date, and Congress is likely to vote on a Congressional Review Act notion to block the rules, even if a CRA motion passes both the House and the Senate, President Biden will surely veto it. Let's just get down to what it says here. It says the new fiduciary rule consists of three components. The rule itself, which subjects any advice for compensation on transactions involving tax-advantaged retirement funds, including rollovers from 401k and similar plans to IRA, even if it's a one-time advice to a fiduciary standard care. Amendments to PTE 2020, which would permit compensation via commissions and apply to advisors working with a broker-dealer. And amendments to PTE 8424, which would allow commission compensation, but apply to independent producers or advisors who are selling a product not offered by their company. Experts say that it will be the insurer or broker-dealer that decides which PTE to apply to their advisors. The question is are we doing what's right in the eyes of the client? That's the question that's going to be here. And so there's a lot of language that's going on here, and you can pick it up for yourselves here, but I want to get on down to May 2nd. NAIFA did host a webinar on which the new fiduciary rules do and mean. All NAIFA members can watch or rewatch the webinar and access the slide deck. I would say if you are not a NAIFA member, perhaps you're just a consumer watching this, I will stop and say that this is a big deal because the fact is that there's going to be more red tape, and NAIFA has already, we all agree that there is fiduciary responsibilities on our shoulders anyway, but there's going to be some interesting hurdles to overcome. And at the end of the day, I really believe that the average small town retiree is going to get less advice opportunity. I think that's what's going to be the outcome of this. And so NAIFA is working on your behalf. If you're a small town, middle America retiree, NAIFA is certainly working on that behalf. If you're an advisor, agent or such that doing this and you're not a NAIFA member, it would be worth looking at what NAIFA is doing to help you. But let's get right back into this because they're making some interesting notes here at the bottom here. It says, between now and the new fiduciaries rules September 23rd effective date, effective multiple lawsuits that not only challenge the rules, but also seek to suspend its applicability pending completion of the judicial review process. Broker-dealers and insurers will be issuing their own practice of procedures with which advisors will have to comply. So NAIFA members impacted by this new rule should watch for guidance from their company. And so there it goes. We're going to have this rule come forth, and we're going to find out that there's going to be red tape. And, as I spoke to an old advisor that helped folks in the 70s and 80s, applications for various products were about 2 or 3 pages. Now, if you've been through the process of getting any kind of legal, financial type of documents. It's dozens and dozens of pages we have to wade through. So anyway, I hope that helps. Keep an eye open for NAIFA as they continue to bring out information on this fiduciary rule. We're going to see how the summer applies. I wish you well, and stay tuned. Like, subscribe, knowing NAIFA, and we'll continue to fight the good fight for Middle America. And so with that, we'll talk to you soon.